All right, guys. Well, this one I had to jump in on. The con is on, and we all knew this before RFK Jr. was in any way outed in this picture. But this is one of those really hyper ironic things about the Trump administration and RFK's health food standards being combined together. And we all know that RFK Jr. was literally just brought into Donald Trump's administration in a way to just bring in his voters with him. Donald Trump doesn't care about health food. He's never cared about health food. But this is just one of those moments where it's like they've fed this a conspiracy theory type of mentality that, oh my God, if we don't do something about the food, if we don't do something about all these chemicals and stuff, then you guys are all going to die. And if you don't elect me, then you guys are going to you're going to become fat, you're going to become obese, you're going to become diabetic. And at the end of the day, the only person that can save you happens to be Donald Trump. Now, don't forget, these are the same people that at one point or another threw a goddamn fit because Michelle Obama wanted to take soda machines out of the high schools to put fruit in your child's lunch. So, anyways, this is a picture that is circulating around the internet right now, and it's pretty funny because yesterday they went to a UFC event. It was RFK Jr., it was Donald Trump, it was Donald Trump Jr., and it was Elon Musk, and for some reason, Mike Johnson. Like, just one of the boys, guys, one of the boys. And it's really funny because not only obviously is RFK Jr. looks like he's being force-fed a Big Mac and a Coke, but there's also pictures of him, of course, buying Zen from a convenience store. This is the guy that believes that there's too many chemicals in our food and we're going to all die if you don't put him in charge of the HHS. Which, look, I've worked in the health food industry for 20 years. I am all for making people healthier again. That's totally fine. And I also will readily admit that I eat some fast food. It's not something that I'm going to get out here and get up on my pedestal and tell you guys you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. The way I live my life, it is the way I live my life, and I don't look to make other people do the things that I do. It's just really funny when you are being force-fed this ideal that if you don't get this person into office, that you're going to die. This is the worst-case scenario. It's just a fear. It's the anger. It's once again, you have to have somebody that you know that you're standing against. These people are trying to kill you all, except the very guy that is in charge of all of this is now eating that food. So anyways, want to take a look at this. You guys can see here the amazingly awkward photo of Trump Jr., Elon Musk, and what looks like a mildly discontented RFK Jr. And when you zoom in on the RFK, it gets even better because you get this picture, which looks like it's like if you got a Christmas present on Christmas that you didn't really want. And it looks like Mike Johnson is he there as RFK Jr.'s handler? It's a little bit of a weird look there. Maybe RFK Jr. and Mike Johnson have an app where they monitor each other's fast food intake. Anyways, we got a couple videos I wanted to watch with you guys because it's really strange the way that Trump supporters are just willing to just forget anything that doesn't 100% work with what they believe at this time, right? So I want you guys to take a look at this video. And this video is actually from Fox News from a while back where RFK Jr. had gone on Fox News to explain his views on the seed oils that are used in McDonald's food. So take a look at this.
President Trump was cooking at McDonald's the other day and giving people French fries. And people criticized me, and they said, well, you know, he's out there giving fast food. And I said, I don't have anything against fast food. I'm against food that has seed oils. When I was a kid, McDonald's was made with tallow fat. That was good for you. and your body needs that. It makes you healthy.
Great.
Why aren't we making it with telefat again? They, you know, in England, McDonald's has a McDonald's French fry has 3 ingredients in it. It's like potato, sugar, and some, you know, oil or tallow. Yeah, salt. Sorry, potatoes, salt, and some telefat. In our country, it has 17 ingredients.
Wow.
Oh, and none of them are good for you.
Wow. Yeah, that pretty much distills my feelings on this subject as well. Look, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit whether or not you eat at McDonald's, but you have to be honest with yourself. Nobody is going to McDonald's for a salad, in the words of Jim Gaffigan, okay? You are there because you are eating bad food, because you want to get that gratification of eating foods that are super salty or super sweet. You're not going there to be healthy, and somebody should let RFK Jr. know that whether or not the food is fried in beef tallow or in seed oils, it's not good for you. Frying foods has never, ever been suggested by a doctor to a person as a healthy alternative to anything. But you gotta admit, people like JD Vance and RFK Jr. have a pretty tough job. These guys are just standing up there trying to make all the crazy stuff that Donald Trump does look sane. It's a tough job. It's a tough job. But the funniest thing about all of this is all the Trump supporters attempting to sanewash this and be like, look, no, you guys don't understand. He's not saying that he doesn't like fast food. He's saying that fast food could be better. He's gonna make fast food healthy. That is not a thing. Anyways, take a look at this video of this person that is gonna tell you exactly how RFK Jr. is gonna make fast food healthy for you.
Mainstream media and the lefties are losing their absolute fucking shit over this photo. Last night was the UFC fight. Donald Trump went. He took Elon Musk. He took his son. He took Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And for whatever reason, they took Mike Johnson. They got on Trump Force One, and they all sat down to a big old meal of McDonald's. That face, though. And the backlash was fast and furious. He's gonna preach about health, but he's gonna sit down and eat McDonald's? So much for Make America Healthy Again. It sent me on a whole rabbit hole of McDonald's. Because if you're like me, you grew up thinking McDonald's had human meat in it. That was before the internet was a crazy thing that everybody had access to for the most part. Turns out that the meat thing was completely fake. You can trace it all the way back to a Facebook post, which then traces it all the way back to a satire site, much like The Onion. Again, because we took everything that was put on the internet as gospel back then, we didn't really look into it. And did you know back when McDonald's first opened and for a really long time after that, they used to cook their fries or anything that they fried in beef tallow? Beef tallow is a rendered form of beef or mutton that is a solid at room temperature and can be kept for months in a sealed container. Tallow has been used for centuries in many industries, including cooking, candle making, traditional healing practices. They also use it to make soap. Some beautiful folks here on TikTok that make tallow soap. But most of the time people use it to fry their foods or they used it to grease their pans. Because back then we were buying our meat in whole. So you would buy an entire cow or you would buy an entire sheep and you would put the thing in the freezer and then you would get a big container full of the fat and all the other stuff. I know this because I have a big container of it sitting in my freezer right now. Everybody used
An aggressively gullible Trump supporter believing everything they hear? No way. And I don't think the internet has actually fixed that in any way, shape, or form, to be honest with you. But as far as we all in the 1990s were buying full cows and using beef tallow in our kitchens all the time, was this lady alive in the 1890s? Anyways, these people like live in a completely different time that did not actually exist for them. So look, I don't give a shit if Donald Trump eats McDonald's. I don't care if RFK Jr. pops Zen pouches in his mouth and also eats McDonald's and drinks Coca-Cola. It doesn't matter to me. All I really want is Donald Trump and all of his supporters just to admit that they're full of shit, because we all know you are. We all know that all of you are eating McDonald's on the daily. Like Jim Gaffigan said, somebody's eating all those hamburgers. And if RFK Jr. really is standing on that business as far as health food goes and removing seed oils and doing all these things to make America healthy again, that's got to be a tough job. I'm pretty sure right now this is probably what it looks like when RFK Jr. is trying to explain to a cabinet full of Trump members how to make America healthy again.
I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops.
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
We are so fucked. It's got tallow fat. It's what Trump tards crave. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think that Donald Trump's going to let RFK Jr. go forward with these ideas of potentially making his Big Mac vegan? Or if you think that he's going to get fired in the first 2 months because Donald Trump ain't going to allow that to happen. Either way, thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you next time.